Hey my lovelies, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Jane. Thought I'd try something new like you do. As you can see, I've already got like part of my makeup on. Anything I have used will be listed in the description down below. So I don't know whether you saw the last video, but I did mention that Collection, the makeup company Collection, had a new makeup collection. Well, I got my hands on some of it, so I thought today we'd chuck some on my face, see how they do. Like I said, they are dupes for other products, so we will get into all that. So first off, we are going to go into bronzer. Now you tell me this does not scream Chanel. Really? They've only got it in one shade. It just says cream to powder bronzer. Now I haven't set my face, so I'm gonna use it, and I've just realised it said that. I'm like, oh, so we're gonna do it anyway. But it hasn't got a shade on it, so I'm assuming at the moment it only comes in one shade. So I haven't even opened this. I bought it yesterday. Okay, so it's got one of those like plastic cover lids on, so we're gonna take that off. But look at that. Does that not look like the Chanel? Really? I've not tried the Chanel one. I don't have that one. I was going to get it, long time ago, and then I kept seeing YouTubers sort of say, oh, you know, they've changed the formula, it's not as good. So I thought, well, I'm going to save me money then. So we're going to give that one a swatch. Ooh, see that? Oh, it's quite warm. So like I say, that's not going to work on everybody. Of course it's not. And so it's a little warmer tone than what I would normally go for, but we're going to give it a go. I'm going to go in with my little contour brush here. This is the one I got off of Shein for about, I don't know, £1.50. I freaking love this, I'll tell you. So we're going to tap into that one. Like I say, I think it's going to be quite pigmented. And we're just going to do what we would normally do. Oh yeah, okay. So do the same on the other side, because I like to tap it on, then blend it out with a sponge. A little bit more on that side. And so she's quite pale, so anybody with a deeper skin tone, unless they bring out more shades, maybe they are going to, I don't know. You know, they'd have to bring out more shades to be more inclusive. But we thought we'll give this a go, because it'll work on my skin tone anyway. But it's very, very creamy. You know, that's blending out really easy. I can't see any patchiness or anything, but I'm going to build another layer. I'm just going to get a bit more on my brush, build another layer, see if we can build it up a bit. And now the sun shines out, I've gone to my slightly darker foundation. So I need something a little bit darker just to kind of show up. But that, like I say, it's blending out lovely. And actually, I don't mind that colour. That's not bad. I like it. I do like it. Yeah, first impression, like I said, I've not used it, I've not swatched it, I've not anything, only picked it up yesterday. But I actually rather like that. Like I say, that's very natural looking, you know, it's not too heavy or anything like that. Very creamy, very blendable. It's got a very slight scent. I mean, the slightest of slight, so, you know, so that wouldn't be an issue either, you know, but we're going to chuck some around my jawline. I know it's the wrong colour for that, but I don't care. Just going to chuck a bit of that round and blend that out. But yeah, first impression, I like it, I like it. It blends out so easily, so easily. Nice. But yeah, I think that's a winner chicken dinner on that one. So let's put the lid back on. I'm assuming it's stop it drying out. Might try some over powder in a minute. Now, in my previous video, I did mention that Collection also did a luminous powder, and I thought, you know what, I might as well pick it up while I'm picking up those. So this is their illuminating powder. That bronzer, just to let you know, was £8.99. This one is £4.49. And again, you know, I've not used it, not swatched it, so I was a bit concerned about the colour, because it's one colour. That's all they got. They don't do it in multiple colours, so yeah, you can see it's sort of more silky on my hand. I know you can't really see that on there, but it is a bit more silky. And you can see that it has a bit of illumination there. So we're going to get our, no we're not, we're going to set under our eyes first. Just going to go in with my beloved Charlotte Tilbury. Of course I am. I switch it up now between this one and my Hourglass finishing powder, so it just depends what I feel like on the day, to be fair. I've just noticed some of my, I don't know whether it's my eyeshadow or my eyeliner is transferred, so we're just going to see if we can do a bit of a clean up on that. There you go, that's better. It's not too bad because I'm going to blend out under the eyes in a minute anyway, so it's like it's not too bad. That was the wrong powder. I don't really want to put the luminous one under my eye today. Oh, I could have done. Maybe I'll try that another day. So just going to finish setting off my eyes. Okay, so we've got all those set. So I'm just going to take my really big fluffy brush, which is, I think it is from the Jaclyn Hill collection. Quite sure that it is, to be fair. So I'm just going to dust off any excess powder that's on there from yesterday. Just give this powder a fair chance. And we're just going to tap it in like I normally would. Dust off any excess, because I don't know how pigmented it's going to be. So let's just... I have got a glowy primer and a glowy foundation on, which is what I like. This is why I wanted a glowy powder, because it's like, you know, it mattifies a lot, and it's like, I don't want that. I want to be shiny, but not oily. I don't get oily anyway. And I think that's why, you know, I wanted to try a glowy powder. So far, so good. We're just going to lightly tap over there, because I don't overset those areas. That bronzer's still coming through, but we are going to chuck some on top. If it's cream to powder, it should work over the top, shouldn't it? I don't know. Oh, I'm surprised you come back to watch me, to be fair. Some days I'm just all over the place. That looks nice. So it's a trouble now. I don't know whether the glow's from the foundation, the Elf Halo Glow, or whether it's from the powder, but I am liking the finish of that. Okay, that looks nice. It's just chuck some down my neck to set that. Yeah, but first impressions, like I say, I like it. It hasn't seemed to have peeled up anywhere or done anything sort of horrible with my foundation, so that's a bonus. But so you can still see the bronzer through that, but it's just not enough. So we're going to be brave. And we are going to tap a little bit over the top. Like I said, you can see it, but like I say, not enough. So I'm going to go back in. Oh, I'm scared now. Okay. So we're just going to go back in. Trouble is, now I don't really want to blend it out with me beauty blender. Okay, maybe we'll tap it. We'll do a bit of tapping. Has it done anything nasty? I don't think so. No, I haven't done anything nasty, you see. Seems to be alright, but don't know whether I would recommend doing it over like that, because like I said, now I can't really use my beauty blender because I'll just muck everything up. So I'm going to sort of tap it out. Oh, I know what else I needed to use before I put powder on, guys. Oh no, I gotta go to work after this. So I can't have my makeup looking completely skanky and manky. Just going to get that brush and just tap out very lightly over the top. They've also brought out a dupe for them, and everybody's now brought out a dupe for it. Is obviously giving Charlotte Tilbury anyone. And I do have an original Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Glowgasm. So we're going to do a side-by-side swatch. Again, like I said, I haven't opened the other one, swatched it or anything. So I only got it yesterday. So we're going to do a bit of Charlotte. The colours are probably going to be off, but I can match them up. It's fine. So there's the Charlotte Glowgasm. I say really nice gold. This one just says it's in the shade One Globe Light. So like I say, as you see, I haven't used it. I'm assuming it's a twist cap. I honestly don't know. Oh, there we go. It's coming out. I'm just going to pop that one. Yes, what I thought was going to be a lot lighter. So that's that shade there. But like I said, you know, I want to do Charlotte Tilbury on one side and this on the other. So we're going to do this on this side. So like I said, I'm not going to put too much on because somebody forgot that she needed to do this before setting her powder. Oh, that's pretty. I've got another smudge under that eye. I'll deal with that in a minute. But that's pretty. That is pretty. Do you know, blended out really well. I can't see any sort of glitter or anything in it. But it's really creamy. It's a lovely consistency. Like I say, and it tapped out really, really easily. So we're going to go and compare it now with the Charlotte Tilbury one. This one's looking a bit skanky. Like I said, the colour's going to be different. But what I'm going to do afterwards is just put a bit of the lighter one on top just to, you know, blend them through. Otherwise, I'm going to look a little bit ridiculous going to work with two different colours. But again, like the other, they both tap out really, really easily. Like I said, this one's been around for ages. But like I say, I think my skin's a little bit too light for the Charlotte at the moment. So, but that is gorgeous. So I'm just going to tap a little bit of that over just to kind of match it up, squidge a bit more out. Because like I said, it's a case of I don't really want to go to work with two different colour. I bet nobody would notice anyway. Oh, is that lifting or is it? No. Hang on, let's bring my mirror a bit closer. No, I don't think so. Thought it was lifting there for a second, but it's not. No, see that's a bit more even. So I'm going to chuck a bit down my nose. Well, probably a bit too much. But yeah, it's definitely not lifting with that powder. Like I said, you know, I did forget that I was had cream products. So we're just going to tap the rest out up here. Like I say, I shall get my brush again in a second and just kind of pat over it very, very lightly just to set it in place so it doesn't sort of move around during the day. But that's pretty. That is pretty. But yeah, don't think I'd recommend, like I said, doing the bronzer over your powder. You know, but that's fine too. It's a case of, well, next time I know to build it up just a little bit more so that I get a little bit more, you know, pigment. So I'm just going to lightly tap over that. So this could be a disaster because I've got another powder to use in between. we can always top up. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so the final product I've got today. You tell me this doesn't give Nars. You ready for this? Bet you can't guess which colour it is. Look at that. I have the original. And as everybody knows, unless you've been living under a rock, this is the Nars Orgasm. Let's do a side by side. So that was a little bit lighter than the original. So let's do a swatch of each and see what they look like swatched. Because as we know, this one doesn't swatch that well. So I'm going to swap fingers. Okay, guys. There's not a lot in it. This is the collection. This is the Nars. Look at that. Surely that can't be allowed. And that was $4.99. It's like, it's like, how do they get away with it? How? I don't know. I really don't know how they get away with it. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I'm just going to grab my blush brush. All right, make sure I don't muddle them up because looking at them just flat on the desk, because they're so similar. Okay, so this is the collection one and I'm going to go in on this side with that one. So I'm just going to get my fluffy brush. And we're just going to kind of tap that in between the highlighter and the bronzer. I wonder what those black bits was. I think my brush is falling apart. Hang on. Let's get rid of... I thought, what on earth's that? I think that brush, it's old and I think it's just had it. So it's just... Don't mind me while I just pick my face off with all black bits. Yeah, that one's definitely shedding. I don't have another brush. Just going to try this one. Don't know whether that's going to work very well, but I'm just going to build a little bit more of that up. So I'm going to try it on this brush. Oh, that's a little bit too much. That's fine, but we're going to have to wipe that one off now because, let's say, that's all I got. That's all I got. So we're just going to wipe that off. There you go. You can see that it's the colours all gone. And now we're going to go into the original Nars one. So give that a swirl. Tap it off. Look at that. You can't tell the difference. You really can't tell the difference. That is frighteningly scary how not different that is. Look at that. That is crazy. I'm going to say I don't use sort of powder blushes very often anymore, but I did want to try it for this video. Spooky. So spooky. Just going to pop off, finish the rest of my face, and I will be right back. So we're back with full face on. So these products, I say, I still can't tell the difference on these blushes. I keep kind of looking and I'm like, I can't tell the difference. So if you remember, this was the collection, this was the Nars. Identical, absolutely identical. Still, like I say, there's a lot of glow coming through. A lot of glow. I do feel very, very glowy today. I think that powder was lovely. It doesn't seem to have done anything nasty. So I'm just looking in the mirror. So it doesn't seem to have done anything nasty. No pilling, no anything. I say that bronzer was really creamy. I think now I've gone for a darker shade, slightly darker shade foundation. I need to build it up a lot more. But I think when I go back to my winter one, which is usually one of the palest in the shades of foundations, then I think it will show up a lot more, you know. But a little bit of building, like I said, if you've got sort of, you know, even sort of light medium upwards, this bronzer isn't going to work for you. You know, it's definitely for fair girls. I'm really hoping that they're going to bring out some more, because it is really, really nice, because we need more shades. One just isn't enough, you know, but it is nice. It did go on nice. It blended really well. It's pretty. What else did we use? Oh, that highlighter, like I said, you can see it's sort of shining here. Really nice. It's not glittery or anything like that. It went on really nice over the powder, which is always a bonus. But I like it. I like it. I think the 4 products that I used today from collection, there wasn't a dud amongst them. They were really, really nice, you know. So, like I say, and the affordability, like I said, the powder, the illuminating powder was £3.49. The cream bronzer at £8.99. We had the blush at £4.99, and the glow wand was £5.99. You know, so yeah, so literally for 25 quid, got a good deal. So really, really happy with that. So thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I'd really like to have you, and hopefully I will see you all the next one.